I just want to say, everyone, when we first started out here, most medical device financing companies, although we're a wellness product, right, Dr. Biz?
Right.
Are all about conventional clinics, and when we started out, we had a lot of alternative clinics, that had PEMF and a lot of other natural products, and and the company Ed been working for there was going, what? I don't know if our underwriters will do this. Oh my God, Kai came to our rescue. And what I love is we've had many personal conversations, about this beautiful technology. And he hears the testimonials quite often, don't you, Kai? So he's part of the Bales team, hands down. So we had a lot of practitioners that wanted the Firefly so bad, but maybe didn't have the cash available. And to make this all happen. And so I talked to Dr. Bales and I went to Kai, and we've developed a pretty nice sound relationship with them. And when Kai said he would do the lease program, it's like my heart exploded, because I know so many other practitioners now are going to be able to afford it. And Kai's going to talk about why actually it's better to lease. So we're going to hand it over to you. Is that right, Dr. Bales, or did you want to?
Absolutely. Kai, thank you so much for, like Lori said, stepping outside the box, not just looking up, but stepping outside the box and helping us, because Kai has helped a lot of people obtain a Firefly where they wouldn't have been able to before, and definitely not through conventional leasing companies who can't look outside the box. So with that said, over to you, Kai.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for spending time here today to connect with me. Just thought I'd tell you a little bit about some of my background and who I am as an individual, as well as how I fit in with Bales. I grew up in Southern California, and as a kid, I was really into athletics and did quite a bit of number of sports, and I saw my career kind of going that direction. And then I guess when I kind of hit college, I had a couple of injuries, and then I decided to kind of go a different direction. I went to school at UC Irvine and studied economics. And then I currently reside in Newport Beach, California, in Southern California. And we as a company, we operate as generally as a finance company, but there's a lot that we do in terms of facilitating things for our partners and clients, whether it's purchasing operating assets, purchasing equipment, whether it's, they're trying to build out one of their facilities, really whatever it may be. I consider us to be a partner to grow our partner's business from initial stages to all the way up to a Fortune 500 type company. So we work with companies of all sizes. And in terms of medical equipment, that's one of our specialties, financing and leasing for our partners and clients. And so whether it's working with holistic practitioners, medical doctors, physician's assistants, nurses, we work with all those professionals to be able to facilitate equipment into their hands in ways that really help optimize the cash flow for the business. And there's really no one size fits all. All businesses are unique, and it's really important to have an understanding of some of the cycles and how things in the business are generally going, to be able to put together a solution that's really going to work with the partner that we're working with. And I found that's been key to the success, is collaborating and working with our partners to help really optimize those cash flows and return on investments. And then also really getting down to the accounting side of things and understanding why it makes sense to do certain things, and really surveying and comparing a number of options, and then decide what's going to be the best solution for the business. So in terms of the Firefly equipment, we offer both financing and leasing. And leasing is very similar to something that you'd do with a vehicle, for example. So you'd lease a car, and then at the end of the term, you could turn it back in, upgrade to a different model, or you could decide to renew the lease. And then on the financing side, that's pretty straightforward. We're able to finance the equipment at the end of the term. You own the equipment free and clear. So amongst those two, I find on one end there's advantages to leasing equipment. So for example, on a 3-year term of leasing equipment, you might have an opportunity to upgrade down the road. You might not want to take on any additional type debt to be put on your books. So an operating lease is not put on your books as debt on the balance sheet or as an asset. So it's called off balance sheet financing. So that can be a strategic advantage as well. If the return on investment makes sense, what you can do is highly increase your productivity, because you can lease 3 or 4 or 5 different Fireflies at one time, and increase your productivity without taking on a lot of debt. And that's the way you've seen a lot of companies grow their business. Now, on the other end, on the financing side, there's quite a number of important considerations to consider. Q4 is a very important time in terms of financing equipment because of the tax deductions. If a Firefly is going for roughly $30,000 on a Clinic Pro, you can finance it and write out the full value of the equipment on tax form 4562 under section 179. So that's something where you can take the accelerated depreciation for this current year, and you'll find a lot of the best time to finance equipment is in Q4 for that reason, because your accountant will look at things and say, hey, we've made a good amount of money this year. We don't want Uncle Sam taking their 21%. We want to be able to bring that down as much as possible. So having those income tax deductions are an important consideration on that end as well. But having said that, even on the leasing side, there's quite a number of deductions you can take as well. So depending on what option that is best for the business and the way forward, we can discuss those. The application process is very simple. It's 3 to 5 minute application process that generally I'm just having a conversation with you about the business. And the funding process is pretty straightforward. It's usually about 1 to 2 business days. And we've had great 100% positive feedback from all the practitioners and clients that we've worked with on the Firefly. We haven't had one partner either have any issues of non-payment or default on any of our notes underwritten. So it's been a very great track record with Bales Photonics, and obviously the return on investment, and then the client testimonials as well. It's great to hear practitioners and clients call us and tell us, it's not just about the bottom line, but really what it's doing for the people that they're treating. So those are really heartwarming to hear. Bales Photonics tends to really kind of take the lion's share of great testimonials when it comes down to medical equipment. And to be clear, we work with some of the biggest names in the business. We work with your Henry Schein, your Medline Industries, your Hog Straight, Stryker Medical. I mean, some billion-dollar companies. And looking at the relationship that we've had over the past several years with Bales Photonics, it's been extraordinary to be a part of their growth and to be a part of their community as well over the past few years. And as I mentioned, there's been a 100% track record of success with Bales Photonics. And so it's been a fantastic partnership, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And first and foremost, to Lori and to Martin and Maurice, the team there, I know they're doing everything that they can on a daily basis to be able to bring the most value to the community as much as possible. And on our side too, that's what we're really focused on, is how can we bring the most value to you on the financial side, to be able to not only treat people, but do it in a way that's going to yield the maximum amount of value for the business.
Well, Kai, I know that through the process of working with you over the last couple of years, what I loved and why I felt that you fit in with our group so amazingly is that you always put the customer absolutely first. And that meant the world to me, because in the world of financing, there's so many of them that just don't care. But you've gone to bat for so many of our clients with your underwriters, and it's such an honor to have earned the ability to do leasing programs with you. If people don't realize, you know, it's not every company gets to do leasing. So when we say we're super excited, because a lot of you could add a second clinic pro without taking on, you know, debt. And you talked to me, Kai, somewhat on the fact that it just makes more sense. You're about as passionate about financing as I am about the Firefly. So, you know, I see that when you're helping our clients, but also, you know, educating them. We had a Firefly Friday. Dr. Bales, was it the people from Let's? Remember when we had Ginger and Marcy, and they were talking about so many practitioners in the alternative medicine field really go into it because they have hearts, you know. I mean, it's not quite as easy to make profits in alternative medicine as it is in conventional medicine, because a lot of them cannot receive, it's set up for insurance payment. So the fact that, you know, we've had people buy a Firefly in December and pay it off and get their second one the beginning of March. So, you know, but what I love about that is you make sure to take care of them. And this has just opened the door for so many more people to be able to get a second unit in their clinic, or, you know, for them to refer to other practitioners. And it's an opportunity for them to offer affordable services, but yet actually be very profitable. You know, and to me, that's been the magic. And that's why I have so much passion about, you know, getting more of these clinic pros out there. I mean, we literally get calls from all over the country. So help me God, please, please, please let us get more Fireflies in Florida. You know, we think we're going to have one here pretty soon, just north of Orlando. But I cannot tell you how many times that if any of you practitioners or home unit users know of a practitioner in Florida or a clinic that you think might be interested in the Firefly, please help me, because please refer them. You know, we do give a referral fee. I do, you know, when we're doing this, I do the best I can to share what I get. Obviously, this is not about money for me, but I share with, it's a lot of work working with the clients. First of all, for Kai to spend all the time with them, and then with me educating, customer service. And so we're doing our best to serve you all so much better, and building this portal out and continuing this education, and all of you sharing the testimonials. I mean, that's so inspiring. So yeah, I mean, Maurice and Dr. Bales are, you know, they set the character of the company, and we all, Kai, me, Lindsay, Hunter, we're drawn in to work with them because of who they are. And so, you know, if you ever have any problem with any of us, please, by the way, everyone, we do have support at Bales Photonics. If you can't get an answer in the portal, which we're also working on to try to streamline and make it even easier for you to go and grab real quick what you're looking for. We're adding more documents. Like this morning, one of our practitioners asked for a form because one of her patients wanted to do a video testimonial. Did we get that put up, Dr. Bales, Hunter? So you guys, if you do have a video testimonial and you want them to sign a disclaimer, Hunter, did we get that up yet, or were you too busy preparing for Firefly Friday?
I was too busy, but I'm going to get it up this afternoon.
Awesome. Okay, great. So you guys, we have a lot of, we try to put as much support as we can in the back under documents and marketing. And of course we have the alphabetical order. And I don't think there's been a week yet that we haven't added a question from one of the home users or our practitioners. I mean, we get asked a lot about particular protocols, and anytime we get asked, you know, I'll go to Dr. Bales if Lindsay and I don't know it, and he'll answer, and I'm like, Hunter, get it in the portal. So, but, you know, to set that up, Kai, thank you so very much. If
one more question for Kai. Sorry, Robert. Yeah, Kai, you had mentioned before, you know, what was the difference? You do the leasing and financing. I got that.
Yes.
But what's the difference between someone just going, a practitioner going to their bank and getting a loan versus doing a lease or finance? Something about a lien or something?
Correct. So one of the advantages with the programs that we've put up to work with the Firefly equipment on Bales Photonics is in terms of, I guess, the ability to be able to work with multiple other banks and lenders simultaneously. And what I more so mean by that is traditionally, if you were to do financing through your bank that you're accustomed to working with, they're going to do everything they can to box out everyone else on the relationship. And so what they're going to do is they're going to file a UCC-1 filing on your business, and they're going to ask for personal guarantees, and they're going to really get encumbered in the relationship. And the reason they're doing that is, one, they want to be sure that there's a lot of security there, but number two, they want to box out any other bankers or lenders to be able to work with you. And that's the way that they're able to monopolize the relationship. But what's important when it comes down to equipment financing is the UCC 12 filing is a lien that will be put on the Firefly, and that's it. So we're not going to ask, for you to pledge your house or to put up any personal assets, or we're not going to file any liens on your business. We're going to file a lien on the equipment in the event of a financing, and if there is an issue of default, we will simply ask to take possession back of the equipment. So what that enables you to do is you can continue to work with any other lenders or banks or finance companies that you'd like to, while at the same time being able to get the equipment from Bales Photonics to be able to facilitate the right services to your clients and partners there. So it's very non-intrusive, and our ability to be able to say, okay, we're okay with playing second fiddle. We're okay with being the third or fourth person in the relationship. And I think every healthy financial relationship, you should be working with 3 to 5 different either banks, lenders, creditors, or financiers. That's a healthy ecosystem. If you're only working with one other banking partner, it's not a good thing. And so we've really designed things in a way that we try to be as non-intrusive as possible, while at the same time respecting the other relationships that our clients have with other banking partners, and just being very transparent and open. And for me, I think one of our biggest things that we drive home as a company is just always being very proactive in things in general, and being able to forecast things that may be coming up, and being able to look down the road and determine what's the best path forward. And for me, I'm extremely passionate about entrepreneurship. I'm the managing partner of this company. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life, and working with people in this capacity who are operating the Firefly, it's a very entrepreneurial community. And this technology and this equipment is very cutting edge. And so the people that we've worked with in terms of our partners are extremely entrepreneurial as well. And my passion for entrepreneurship and understanding how difficult it can be in the beginning stages, and then being able to grow from there, is why we are so hyper-focused on making sure that you got to get it right. You can't make mistakes in the early stages. It's absolutely essential that you get things right. So we're hyper-focused on being able to deliver really great communication, transparency, and really being that partner that your success is our business.
Very well put. Thank you,
That
Kai.
all along. Yeah. Well, one of the things I do know is a lot of the finance companies, or at least I saw out there, and that was one of the reasons Martin and excuse me, Dr. Bale, sorry.
Okay, it's okay. It's Friday, casual Friday. Martin's fine.
Is that a lot of these banks actually put liens on their businesses. And as Kai said, they're pretty darn confident just putting the lien on the Firefly anyway, because we have such incredible results. Our practitioners we do our best to train you so you can treat and have these remarkable results, So there's Kai's email. Kai, is it okay if I put your Prado number that I have down so they can reach out to you? Hunter put on your website there. Kai?
Yes, of course.
Okay, great.
Anyone on this video can contact me anytime about anything in the business. and I'm more than happy to join in on the conversation.
Yeah, it's like Ginger and Marcy did talk about, a lot of the holistic practitioners can use this kind of advice. A lot of doctors aren't about business, they're about healing, or practitioners. So thank you for offering that to them. I really appreciate it, Kai.